Hello, my name's Toki. I've been coaching professional Overwatch for about 7 years now. I'm starting off a series that is going to go over more fundamentals that these are generally things that they're not going to teach you. These are pretty staple fundamentals to games that you'll play outside of Overwatch, but they're also fundamentals that are pretty staple to every comp you're going to play. They are all going to coincide with each other, and I think this series will generally help the average player base. Here on the screen, you're going to see a list of fundamentals that I would like to look over. These fundamentals can vary from comp to comp that you play, but most of them are going to usually stick and they will transfer to every single comp you will play. I kind of call these game fundamentals. These are very different comp fundamentals. These fundamentals are also pretty staple in other FPS games and generally aren't widely taught, so I think this will overall help increase your general play, decision making, and so on and so forth. I do private coaching. If you would like to expand upon these or have a little bit more personalized experience to what you need to work on as a player, here is my Discord. I'll put it up on the screen for you. So the first concept I would like to look over today is going to be more so looking at lanes. I want to expand upon this concept of what people understand about lanes in the game. If you ask most people how many lanes there are in a map, most people are going to tell you there are 3. In this case, you're going to see that there's a lane this way, a lane this way, and there's a lane back here. But if you readjust this and flip this 90, we can see that there are still 3 lanes. So if we grid this out, we can see that we end up seeing a little bit more of a tic-tac-toe formation come out. And you can grid this across a lot of areas of the map, but you can also make the subsections of maps as well. We're going to talk about how this subsection here applies to what we're seeing. Generally, when you're playing DPS or support, or even tank, the biggest thing you want to avoid is the middle of this tic-tac-toe. You want to work these sides out and be able to develop the map and make this essentially your kill box. Now, this idea can change depending on where you want it to be. You could hold the middle of your tic-tac-toe out here. So here, with this comp, we're going to see a lot more of people are going to sit back here. You might see some angles developed off this way. Someone might hold off on this lane. The Winston will be up here, and what we'll see is the Winston will actually drop as the other team will uptake this spacing. And then once someone drops, the Winston will retake the spacing, reworking this quadrant of the tic-tac-toe board once again, and then whoever is left in the middle should die. So I would like to have this kind of play off so you guys can see this now in real time. So here, a big concept that we're seeing is, yes, Soups did step into the middle here, but he relinquished space. What's happening here is you're seeing a trade of space for CDs. Simply just by giving this up, we've now baited a JQ to take a drop. She expends Shout that the rest of her team does not gain, and she sits alone where a bubble splits the rest of the team off when he retakes this, and this becomes a free kill. While Soups, with a higher set of HP, has been able to effectively pressure a 1v4 while we can 4v1 on point. Taking this tank trade away has now won the fight ultimately, and it just becomes a cleanup stage at that point. But no one on our team decided to take the middle step in, and even when the queen did overextend into this middle spacing, everyone still played their range. No one jumped on top of her, and really kept to make sure that their life was the most important thing that they wanted to play.